So, finally was able to get back. So on with our story. So I had The Ugly Duckling, and I was going to read that because it's springtime. But then I found I Love You, Stinky Face. And I thought, well, let's have some fun with our book today. So I Love You, Stinky Face. It's written by Lisa McCourt and illustrated, that's the person that draws the pictures, by Sid Moore. So that's I Love You, Stinky Face. On the picture of the cover of the book are some dinosaurs, an alligator, other animals. They're all in their pajamas. I love you, Stinky Face. I love you, my wonderful child, said Mama as she tucked me in. But I had a question. The picture shows Mommy in bed with her child reading a book, like nighttime story. Mama, what if I were big, scary ape? Would you still love me? She's a big, scary ape in the picture. Still in her pajamas with the book, but she looks like a big, scary ape. If you were a big, scary ape, I would comb your whole hairy body, self, to make sure you didn't have any tangles. And there's a picture of Mama with the ape combing his hair. And then there's a happy birthday banner going across the room, and a cake. And I would make your birthday cake out of bananas. And I would tell you, I love you, my big, scary ape. So she's making the cake out of bananas because chimpanzees and other monkeys and apes, they like bananas because those are around them. So now we have a picture of the child still in bed with Mom, but he now has Mom's face in his two hands. I don't know if it's her or him. I don't know if it ever says. I think it's a girl. But Mama, what if I were a super smelly skunk and I smelled so bad that my name was Stinky Face? P.U. Everybody would have to hold their nose because they show a picture of the skunk in her pajamas. P.U. And skunks are known for being smelly animals. Then I would give you a bath and sprinkle you with sweet smelling powder. And if you still smelled bad, I wouldn't mind, and I would hug you tight and whisper in your ear, I love you, Stinky Face. So the pictures are, first they have a pool, like a little kid's pool, and the skunk's in the bath, taking a bath with bubble bath all over him. And then there's this picture of the skunk wrapped up in a blanket on Mama's lap. Now, they're still in the little girl's bedroom, and Mommy's laying down, and the girl's laying on top of her, and they're just playing. The girl has a big smile on her face, so does Mommy. But Mama, what if I were an alligator with big, sharp teeth that could bite your head off? Oh my God, imagine her being able to bite her head off? And then there's a picture of a big, ugly alligator with all his teeth showing. I love how everybody's in the same pajamas as her. Then I would buy you a bigger toothbrush for your big teeth and make sure that you brush them every night so they'd stay healthy and strong. Good idea. What a good mommy. And if you had a sore throat, I would stick my head right inside your enormous jaws to make sure you were okay. And I would say, I love you, my ferocious alligator. Wow, she's really brave, putting her hands around the alligator to brush the teeth and then putting her hands in her head in the mouth. What if the alligator snapped that mommy's head right off? Now the little girl kind of made a little tent under her blanket. Mommy's still playing with her. But Mama, if I were a terrible meat-eating dinosaur with razor-sharp claws that ripped my sheets to shreds every night while I slept? And there's the picture of the dinosaur on his back with his feet up in the air, sleeping, covered up with her blanket that he ripped to shreds. And he's got a kind of a smile on his face as he's laying there sleeping. Then I would give you plenty of meat to eat, if that is what you liked. And I would sew your sheets back together every day because after all, ripping them would be an accident. Aww. The picture shows the dinosaur with a bib on and Mama bringing him a plate of, I don't know, a dozen hamburgers. And the alligator has a big, huge smile on. And I would tuck you into your newly mended sheets every night and say, I love you, my sweet, terrible dinosaur. Just trying to turn the page. There we go. But Mama, what if I were a swamp creature with slimy, smelly seaweed hanging from my body, and I couldn't ever leave the swamp or I would die? I don't know. That can get pretty smelly in a swamp. No thank you. I wonder what Mama would do now. What would she do? You think she would still love the baby, her little girl, if she lived in a swamp? Let's see. Then I would build you a house right next to the swamp, and I would stay with you and take care of you always. And when you splashed to the surface, I would say, I love you, my slimy little swamp monster. Except for he's not a little swamp monster. He's the size of a house. Look at that. But Mommy would still love her child. And Daddy, too. Oh, now we have a picture of the little girl catching dragonflies and fireflies. But Mama, what if I were a green alien from Mars and I ate bugs instead of peanut butter? Ew, I don't think I'd want to eat bugs, but then again, I don't eat peanut butter either. But I'd rather have peanut butter than bugs. Then I would dress you in colors that showed off your nice green skin. And I would pack your lunchbox with beetles and spiders and ants and grasshoppers and the tastiest bugs you've ever had. And I would pack a note with all the bugs that say, I love you, little greenie, bon appetit. Bon appetit is, have a nice, enjoy your dinner in French. And now they're cuddling in the bed with their heads close together, Mommy and her daughter. The child also has her stuffed bunny in her arms. But Mama, what if I were a cyclops and I had just one big gigantic eye in the middle of my head? Because now we all have two eyes, one on each side of our face. But instead of those eyes, you would just have one big one in the middle of your forehead. Then I would look right into your gigantic eye and say, I love you, my little cyclops, and I would sing you a lullaby until your one gigantic eyelid got droopier and droopier and finally closed and you fell fast asleep. And there's a picture of the cyclops falling asleep and then sleeping. And Mama's right there holding her hand, rubbing her arm. I love you, Mama, and I love you, my wonderful child. And I bet a lot of people, Jonathan, tell you that they love you. And that's wonderful. So I'm going to have to send this out in 2 different tapes because I had to pause it for so long. So it's going to be 2 different individual videos that go together. I'll put part 1 and part 2 on it. That's all for now. I'll talk to you later. Bye.